You're watching ABC4 News, celebrating 75 years.
Another long, frustrating day in the GOP House Speaker fight. Washington correspondent Jesse Tenor has more on what happened in day 3 of this now historic battle to choose a leader.
Good evening. Despite being the longest selection process for Speaker in 164 years, McCarthy wouldn't back down.
A speaker has not been elected.
A core group of conservative Republicans continued their crusade Thursday to keep Kevin McCarthy out of the House Speaker's chair. Florida Republican Matt Gaetz even threw another name into the mix.
Donald John Trump.
Colorado Republican Lauren Boebert said McCarthy still hasn't budged on their demands to change House rules to give rank-and-file members more power.
It was never a personal issue. There is a trust issue for sure.
But McCarthy's supporters, like Illinois Republican Darren LaHood, were more optimistic.
It does look a little dysfunctional and unorganized, but I think we're making progress.
Still, lawmakers from both parties, including Kentucky Republican James Comer, made it clear they're itching to get to work.
Let's focus on policy.
Without a speaker, the chamber cannot swear in new members, organize committees, or consider legislation.
We have to look at this for the outrage and the danger that it is.
Massachusetts Democrat Catherine Clark stressed this process hurts the American people as a whole by preventing lawmakers from setting up offices in their home districts and receiving important intelligence briefings.
It is just a matter of luck at this point that there is not something we miss.
But President Biden and Vice President Harris took a more lighthearted approach to the situation Thursday.
Following with great, how can I say it? Attention.
And lawmakers were hoping to wrap up this process ahead of tomorrow's anniversary of the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol. In Washington, I'm Jesse Tenor.
Thank you, Jesse. Well, now to international news. New headlines from Prince Harry's memoir, Spare. Harry writes that he was physically attacked by his brother during a tense fight over Harry's wife, Meghan Markle. William reportedly saying that Meghan is, quote, rude, difficult, and abrasive. Well, the argument escalated from there, Harry saying that his brother then attacked him.
Harry claims William, quote, grabbed me by the collar, ripping my necklace, and knocked me to the floor. I landed on a dog's bowl, which cracked under my back, the pieces cutting into me. I lay there for a moment, dazed, then got to my feet and told him to get out.
This reportedly took place in 2019, a rift still between the brothers to this day. The book Spare comes out on Tuesday.
Dozens of scientists and conservationists are coming together with a serious warning for Utah lawmakers.
A new report saying if Utah's water use and practices continue at this same rate, the Great Salt Lake could disappear in 5 years. ABC4's Northern Utah correspondent Kate Garner has those details.
Those scientists and conservationists say in order to save the Great Salt Lake as we know it now, the state will have to drastically increase water flow into the lake both this year and next year.
To do that, the report recommends that the governor implement a watershed-wide emergency rescue, which would require the quantity of water that is released into the lake to double annually. It recommends that the legislature fund and facilitate that rescue, and that all Utahns conserve water and support those state efforts.
We can work hard to achieve the goal. But all of us need to tighten our belt, if you will. And that's going to be the reality check.
I want to give you a visual of the lake's current state. Now, it is hard to see all of the exposed lake bed under all of this snow, but the lake's surface water area is about half the size that it should be. Reporting from the Great Salt Lake, Kate Garner, ABC4 News.
Salt Lake City International Airport recognized as the top in North America and third worldwide. The ranking based on on-time performances in Cirium's 2022 review, mentioning dedicated staff who work around the clock in all types of weather to keep flights safe and running on time. This does come, as we all know, amid all that travel chaos over the holidays due to winter storms.
Time now for Utah's most accurate forecast with Alana Brophy. Weather rates certified 11 years in a row.
All right, let's head over for another check of the weather. You can see the snow coming down behind you, Alana.
Yep, just keeps coming.
It's coming. This is Jordan Al. This is northern Utah, backside of the Wasatch, where it's been snowing steadily for the last several hours, and you see fresh accumulation on the ground. We are dealing with snow in our mountain valleys, our mountains, and eventually that will be our valleys along the Wasatch Front. It's why we've got that new winter weather advisory in purple. We knew the winter storm warning would bring that heavy, wet, dense snow from this decaying atmospheric river. But We've got rain in the valley that will transition. So Cache Valley and then the Wasatch Front all the way from Brigham City to Payson. We are going to see rain transitioning over to snow. Tooele County is part of this winter weather advisory as well. It went into effect at the top of the hour. It means the changeover is going to start to happen, and that sloppy wet snow could impact the commute as we head into tomorrow. So this winter weather advisory holds until 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. So that means the morning commute, well, it's going to be sloppy, folks, and we have to be extra careful and give yourself plenty of time. It's a live look at Cache Valley, where we've just seen light snow. You can kind of catch it here on the camera coming down near the Utah State University campus, and we know that's going to amp up as we get through the next couple of hours. We're tracking the timing on this tricky transition because it is tricky, right? We have this warmer air that comes in with our southerly flow, and then we've got to see that colder air take over for the rain to switch over to snow. Satellite radar shows us the southerly flow as that storm system kind of pushes moisture in. It tracks to the northeast, and at this hour, it is filled in. Now, we are getting some breaks and drier spots there on the western edge of the state. Eastern Utah now tapping into it, but we're not finished. Nope, not at all. Dragging that moisture from the Pacific. That was a monster storm system that caused flooding and had major issues. Now, as the system weakens, we're taking that moisture and bringing it into the Beehive State. It's going to keep us unsettled for the next several days, so our active pattern is not going anywhere. Futurecast walks us through what to expect and the exact timing here. Keep your eye on the clock in the corner of your screen. You notice that rain and snow. Now, the model has to switch it over at some point. You do see that happening down towards Cedar City after midnight near 2 a.m., and the rain wants to hold on in portions of Washington County as we get later into tonight. Utah County, Nephi, Provo, already seeing that snow. By 4 a.m., we see the transition from Logan all the way down through Ephraim, Delta, but we still have a pocket on the model there of heavier rain. So some areas, especially west of I-15, could hold on to that a little longer. But we know by 6 a.m., snow is going to be out there and the morning commute could be compromised as a result. 11 a.m. on Friday, we still have snow over the mountains along the benches and the possibility of snow showers holding steady along the Wasatch Front. Eventually, that moisture slides to the east. So the next 12 hours here, we've got active skies. High pressure wants to move in. The second half of your Friday looking pretty nice. It's going to be quiet. And then we get that high pressure that holds for Saturday. Changes, though, on the horizon after that. We stay unsettled, and we get another weak disturbance that comes through on Sunday. And right now, the model wants to bring the chance of some mountain snow showers and maybe some wet weather on the valley floor. This is Sunday at 2 p.m. That's a quick hitter. It just grazes the state. After that, we get into next week, where we do have a promise of another system. How much snow is going to come in when the changeover happens? Well, 2 to 4 inches. That's the best looking bet with the tricky transition here in the valleys. Now, there could be some spots that do a little better than that. The benches looking at 3 to 6, but some isolated areas could get higher than that, going for 8 inches. Mountain valleys, generally speaking, 3 to 7. This includes the Wasatch Back, but we know places like Park City could get higher than that, and a few spots like Morgan. Mountains overall, 10 to 16 inches, but we think the Cottonwoods could go for 20. Okay, as we look at the drought monitor, it really tells the weather story. Is this helping? These are the newest numbers that came out. And as you look at the red, that's extreme drought, 28%. That is down. Good news there. Last week it was 31%. So the short answer here, yes, these systems are helping, and we want them to continue to move on through. 30s and 40s for tomorrow, 20s, 30s, and 40s on the eastern side of the state, and 50 in St. George, where rain showers can't be ruled out for the morning hours, but then drier conditions take hold for the weekend. Into next week, we stay unsettled with that pattern, delivering another soggy punch Tuesday and Wednesday. Here's a check on the Wasatch Front, where we have that slight chance of moisture Sunday, and then again into Monday, and that next storm system could be another valley rain, mountain snow event. But we know the changeover happening now. We've seen it in places like Lehigh, Utah County, and the backside of the Wasatch.
Ooh, here it is.